this is Sabina at Cross Keys Crafts. Today with a slightly different video. It's more a show and tell than a proper tutorial. Reason being is I want to show you my 3 projects that I will enter into the Cardmaker of the Year competition 2024. I've only finished 2 projects so far. I know what my third one's going to be, because these are remakes of things I have created in the past. I thought rather than, rethinking or thinking something new up, I thought I make something that has been popular on my channel and that I enjoyed making, but I just altered it a little bit. So I'm starting off with my non-card project, and this is my coffee cup explosion box. This is, I think, my most popular video on this channel. The original was inspired by a video by Gemma Lee from Gemma Lee Crafts, I think she's called. Gemma Lee. Oh, I'll link to it below anyway. And she made a big explosion box, and she used the Sam Calcott 3D Delights dies to create the coffee cup. But for me this was too big, and I decided to make a smaller coffee cup. And I think whilst I was creating that, I thought I could turn this into a treat box. So I've got the spoon sticking out of the coffee there, and I can lift that up, and I've got a few sweets in there. One thing I didn't do in my last video but created here, I created it after, long time after filming, is the 2 biscuits here. These are just a circle die and this sort of flower die, and I die cut a heart out of this and another flower die out of that, and backed it with some brown cardstock, this one with some pink cardstock. I just used glossy accents to fill that in, and then these got a layer of craft foam on the inside, so it looks actually like this got chocolate filling and a vanilla filling on this one. And I've used this patterned cardstock on the inside. I've shown you that a long time ago. I bought that in Germany. It's this iridescent colour, and I quite liked the combination of this pink and this sort of beigey colour with the pink roses. It's not a colour scheme I use a lot, but I really liked it for this. And this is also an iridescent paper, which was a bit not cooperative, let's put it that way. I'm a bit worried it will come off on the side here, but never mind. It's a card project. So I'm going to link to the video below, or on the outside. I've did some dry embossing again, but I thought I'd just show you this before I put it together. I have put a panel of cardstock underneath. I'm not showing you that because I've got my details on there, and then put a ribbon underneath to, oops, sorry about knocking the camera, so that I can tie this up. And I actually made a tag for that as well, which I know where it is. It fell on the floor. Let me just get that. So it's this one here. It's just a plain tag. I just made a little one. Have a sweet birthday, which I heat embossed, and then cut 2 more biscuits. And I think that would be nice just on the top. So my first card project is, again, a popular video on my YouTube channel, which is the accordion fun fold card. But this time let me just bring the ones in I have made in the past, because I've still got those. I haven't given them away. So there were the ones I made in my video. But I wanted to combine this fun fold with my love for Lavinia stamps. So I have created the fun fold design, but filled it with Lavinia images. These are just background images where I stamped, heat embossed, ink blended first, obviously, and on the middle panel there I then added a little hill here, just made my own masks, added the hair here. The moon is just using a mask, round mask, and I ink blended a little bit on the inside, and I actually messed it up a little bit. So this was actually a lucky thing. I then came in with a damp brush to move the ink about a bit, and I think that actually worked out really nicely. And then I stamped this hair in blue over it and used my brand new stickers. I think they're called Stardust, which are sort of a bluish silver finish, and I used that on the edges as well. And the sentiment at the bottom, I used the Welsh and the English there, and I really like the colour scheme, and I chose a darkish blue cardstock which ties in nicely with these colours, so I thought this would be really nice. So as I was last year where I put sending my projects, I was a bit sorry to let them go, especially my carousel, my roundabout, but hey ho, I thought I'd take part again. And I haven't made my third project yet, but I already know what it's going to be. It's going to be the Rubik's Cube card. Reason being, I'm quite proud of the fact that the way I created it, and except for the pull mechanism, I invented that myself, how the cube pops up. I'm not saying nobody else has ever made it before, but I figured that out myself, so I thought I might just as well recreate this card and enter this into the competition. So sometime this week I hope I get this done. So just after this for you, you will just have to wait a few seconds. I will show you the finished Rubik's Cube card, and obviously all these 3 projects I will link to my tutorials below so you can see how they were made. It's a week later. I have finally finished my second card for it to go in the post tomorrow with the other 2 projects. And this one, as I mentioned before, is a remake of my Rubik's Cube card. I did not have this star background foil cardstock, so I just used some holographic, which looks very rainbow here on the camera. It's more silvery really in real life. I created this one here in the last video. I just used my alcohol markers this time. I just put some paper strips, the same ones I used for the Rubik's Cube, down on some double-sided adhesive and some cardstock. So I just die cut the sentiment from that, embellished it again with these music dies, and when you open it up, the Rubik's Cube stands up. And I created again this cassette tape, which I actually created twice. This has never happened to me before like this. I made this yesterday and I put it down somewhere. I thought in this craft room, I thought on this desk. It has disappeared into a parallel universe. I had to make it again, but never mind. I think I actually improved it because I had a bit of a bummer here, and I decided to use my Dymo tape, my clear tape, to actually print this before I actually had written it by hand. I have to watch a little bit before I put it in because I used my Zig glue for the to stick these down, but because it's mirror cardstock, I think I could do with just a little bit more of glue there. But yeah, otherwise I think this is just as nice as the original. Yeah, so these are my 3 projects that will go in the post tomorrow. Yeah, and if you like these projects, you might want to check out the original videos that I will link below, and I will see you soon with another video.